All right, it's up, it's going, it's live, it's a thing, it's a thing. All right, before I play today, before I hop into WoW, before I log my rogue and continue on in Kunlai Summit, Fateless dropped a video overnight, and I'm gonna watch that video. So it's just a bit bright on my eyes. What I might do is pull that across there, pull this across here, so the bright light is not directly on my eyes. That is much better. All right, Fateless dropped a video overnight, and I'm going to bring it up. This should be it. Hopefully the sound goes. Let's go. Yep, sound is going. All right, so I'm going to watch this video. It's 27 minutes. Quite a long video. It's going to take a chunk out of my stream, but I think it'll be well worth it. We're gonna prep ourselves. We're going to get into the right mentality for the launch.
A live podcast. First time we're doing the live podcast.
Whoa.
That's going to be on Thursday at 5 p.m. UTC. Yeah, that's the right time. Just checking. 5 p.m. UTC. We're going to have Big Papa Druck on. We're going to have Cold Brew on and Sham and myself. We're going to be talking through that initial kind of like days experience of Alpha 2, how the guys are finding it, answering some questions around the future, all that type of stuff. But we're doing it live for the first time on Thursday, so make sure you come and join us for that. By the way, if you have not yet opened your email, do it right now.
Do it.
This is what it's going to look like, okay? We sent emails out to 48,000 people. So far, about 36,000 of those have been opened, which means that about 12,000 of you have got an email sitting somewhere and you didn't open it yet, probably because you couldn't find it, right? So the email is called "We want you to join us in Alpha Wave 2." Okay, and it's come from the Fateless email account, contact@Fateless. This will be what it looks like. We sent it out last Tuesday. For anyone who didn't open their emails, we sent a reminder on Friday, right? And it literally comes down and talks to you about what's happening in the alpha. For anyone who wants to play, you will get a fresh email tomorrow at 3 p.m. UTC or thereabouts. It takes a little while for them all to go out. And it will give you all of the download links for the game and explain to you how to log in. You'll get a download link and a code. One of the important things, though, if you want to play on a mobile device at any time during Alpha 2, you have to have done this whitelist form. Okay, that's the only way we can get you on. And one of the biggest pain points actually from Alpha 1 is that people did not fill out this form, and then they thought they were just waiting for something to get them onto a mobile device, but we have to send you a separate email for that. So fill out this form, literally just open up, very, very simple form around us basically being able to whitelist you for an email address for either iOS or for Android. So super important to do that. So yeah, this whitelist form, really important to do it if you want to play on a mobile device at all. And then in your email, it will tell you the type of devices that are accessible for Alpha 2. We've not like fully optimized the game, so there are some restrictions around mobile devices, but at least it means that you can play cross-platform if you want to on the same account. So let's go into some of these big changes then for Alpha 2. I'm going to start actually with the change in the way you guys will report stuff, because it's really, really important. So what we've got here is a portal now. We'll have links to the portal in our Discord, but basically you will come in once you've logged into the portal on this screen, and there'll be some pretty helpful things, right? So this will go out today. I'll link this in Discord as the YouTube video goes out. There'll be an FAQ, right? That's just like, did you know these are still some known issues, for example? Known issues, basically bugs that are still going to be in Alpha 2. You can come in and read through those. An example here, if Fafnir kills you by Blaze 3 damage, sometimes it sticks the game, like you get stuck. I literally just experienced it 2 minutes ago, so it is happening. And there's a few other bits on here which are just known issues. And we're in an alpha. There are going to be issues that we didn't get around to fixing. There's also a whole bunch of just like frequently asked questions. So one of the most frequently asked questions is, will the graphics be improved after alpha? Yes, it's an alpha. Why is my mobile getting hot? Because it's an alpha. Can I go into Windows mode? Oh, wow, windowed mode on PC or Mac. Yes, you actually can. It is built in, but not in like the options menu. You would need to use like the Alt Enter on PC,
right.
or on Mac. Apparently, you use Option Enter. Don't play on Mac, so I'm not sure. But anyway, these are the frequently asked questions from Wave 1 that we've got the answers to for you.
Yep.
So you can find that on the portal. Then the last thing here is actually going to be how you report a bug. So this third box,
reporting,
need to raise a request. Annoyingly, we can't change the text on this box from this piece of software that we've got. But basically, you go into this, because it doesn't really say what we want it to say. But you can report a bug in here. You can give us feedback on the alpha, or you can raise a question or a technical support to our community team. Now, I'd say the community team are not like, technicians. It's literally like, we're trying to help you get on the game if you're struggling to get on the game.
Right.
That's pretty much what we're doing. So, take tech support with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. We're
just trying to help you. And this is the easiest way to get hold of us to be able to help you.
Yep.
The alpha feedback, we really want your feedback from alpha 2. It's the main reason we're doing the alpha, right? Is to get feedback so that we deliver the best possible game.
Yep.
So you can fill in one of these alpha forms. There's feedback types here as well. So you can literally say, this is feedback about your visuals, or this is feedback about the camera.
Great.
Then you give us some text. Please give us screenshots of experiences if you're trying to be specific. Okay, so screenshots here. It's even more important, honestly, for bugs. If you're reporting a bug, we really need your information to be able to do this properly. So what device are you on? What's your username in game so we can track your actual account? What's the type of bug? And then please give us a screenshot or a video of the bug. What will happen is you'll submit a bug. We can then actually reply back to you through the portal and ask you questions, or we might just say, thanks for that, and it's closed. Okay, if we just logged the bug. But we might come back and say, actually, do you have a video of this? Or has this happened to you more than one time? Or have you noticed this happen with anyone using a different type of weapon, or whatever it is? I don't know. But this portal will just help us keep things clean and make sure that we're logging all of the information that you guys are submitting all the time. So as I say, that link will be on our Discord to get into that. It's relatively easy to use and understand, but I'm sure we'll help you through it in Discord. So a couple of things we've added. We've added password reset for all those people that didn't remember a password after day 1. That will live up in your options as you log in. We have added hero unbinding. So what does this mean? We've got this little crafty character on the right-hand side here. I can go in and say, all of these heroes are actually food, and I don't want them on my account anymore. If you unbind a hero, that's it. They're gone. But you do get some nice rewards back. So you will get a spirit of the right star level for the hero that you're unbinding. So a common is a 1-star spirit. An uncommon is a 2-star spirit. A rare is a 3-star spirit. An epic 4-star. You get the idea, right? Legendary 5-star. Obviously, when you get into the full release of the game, unbinding legendaries would be a fool's game. But in the caverns, you do get more legendaries and epics than that perhaps you would need, because we want you to be able to experience things, to the full degree. So it might be that you do actually unbind a legendary at some point in the alpha experience.
In the alpha, yes.
What we've also added with this is, let's just level someone up quick so you can see. Not this fellow who's already maxed. So let's take this epic here. Okay, Achilles. I'm going to upgrade Achilles to 4-star autofill, which is actually costing me 225,000 experience, right? So I'm promoting him up. We've used some chickens to promote him up, or spirits. So he's now a level 30. But if I go into unbinding and unbind my Achilles, so let's compare it to a level 1 for epic, gives me 108 experience back. But my level 30 now, 4-star, gives me a chunk more. So it doesn't give you like 1 for 1 what you put in, but it just means that, if you put some value into one of your earlier heroes, for example, you're going to get a good chunk back to be able to use that for future. And then if I hit confirm, those heroes will now leave my account. Okay, and I'll unbind them, and instead I'll get the resources back. So this is in. It was one of the bigger sort of pain points for people. I've just doing that. I just caused a bug. Achilles doesn't want to leave. He's now inside Pangu. But he is gone from my roster. So there you go. Unfortunate bug whilst I'm recording. Going to leave it in because you know what? We're on an alpha. So you are still going to see some weird stuff. You know what? That's one of the harder things to reproduce. So maybe I'll log that to the devs once I'm done. Okay, a couple of other things that are in. You can now sort by faction.
Oh.
Yay! So if you're looking for, specifically people to do a challenge from Aru, you can sort by faction on this screen. You can also sort by faction on the pre-battle screen as well.
Ooh, good.
You can also click someone's faction flag. This was always in. We removed it because we were like, the UI is getting a bit messy and we can see the flag anyway. But obviously it was a miss. Loads of people reported it. The flags are in. You can click on them. You can pretty much click on anything in the UI here, by the way.
Nice.
And it will give you information about what it's doing. But yeah, this is now in. So you should be able to sort that out much easier. We have changed a lot of the bars. This is mainly for mobile, really. But a lot of the bars are about 3 times as thick and are way more responsive. If I was to take Ramsey's here and upgrade him, I can either slide on the bar, which should be much easier on a phone now, or I can actually click on the number, and that will take me there as well. Yes. Or I can actually, no, not on this one. On gear, I can click on the bar. So if I was upgrading a piece of gear, I can actually click on the bar.
Oh, they haven't added.
We just tried to make things
what
a little
I asked
bit
for.
More user-friendly for UI. But you do need to appreciate we're still in an alpha. This is something that is really important, actually. So we're still in an alpha. We've got about 12 devs that are constantly working on the game right now. So, that's, if you talk it in man days, it's basically 60 man days a week worth of development time. We have allocated 2 to 3 devs in between alphas to do bug fixing and rework stuff. If we threw everybody on it, we would fix tons more bugs, right? But we're not trying to deliver the best possible alpha that ever existed.
Exactly.
We want to build a great game. Right? So if we've got all of the devs on, we've basically just said 100 man days down the drain over the last 2 weeks, which means basically 2 features that we wanted for our beta launch won't exist. That's the reality. 2, maybe 3 features actually. Right? So we have to be really careful around how much time we put into bug fixing and changes for alpha versus the bigger picture, which is the game. So you will see a lot of changes, but it's not everything. It's not everything that people wanted. We just wanted to try and improve the experience in a lot of areas as best we can. Passives and imprints, right? So if I take Heimdall here, we go into his abilities, we'll now see that there's a second passive and it's active. That's because it's his imprint. Imprint pretty much didn't work for the first alpha. Okay, they worked extremely rarely. Now they should work. And honestly, I've been playing and testing for the last week and a bit. Oh, it's so fun, actually. A lot of people are like, we love the imprint system. Yeah, you didn't even get to use it yet, honestly. It's really fun. So a lot of the imprints, pretty much all of the imprints should be working now. They make a real difference. And I've been having tons of fun playing around with a bunch of rare imprints and epic imprints on my different heroes. So that's something we'd love for you guys to explore. So you'll see in their abilities when your imprint is live, it's on, and you'll see it as well in battle as another passive. Something else I just want to call out, because it's not been changed right now, but we want to change it for launch, okay? We have hidden Ascension away, right? It's a massive error. It's a massive error. Ascension is in your upgrade button on your info screen, and then
there,
hit send. Once you know it's there, it's fine, but you need level 3 Ascension to unlock your passive for your heroes, okay? And a lot of people struggle to find it. That's on us. That's a UI issue.
It is.
Or UX issue. So we will improve it for launch, but we can't improve it right now. It's too risky. Some things are too risky to change in such a small window of trying to fix stuff. So it's still where it was. Hopefully you can find it. Right, let's talk about some of the cavern changes then. Before I get into all of that stuff, I just want to show you something else here, which relates to what I've just said. If I long hold on a hero, I can see a bunch of their information. So I can see their weapon. I can click on it. I can see what's going on. I can see if it's got an imprint on it. This one hasn't. So if I was to long hold Heimdall here, I can actually see his imprint here and see what that's going to do.
So good.
I can see my faction flag here as well. I can see all my gear sets, all of that stuff, my stats, right? So this will help you for some of the challenges.
Yes.
And also, if I notice that somebody's not built, I can press this little top right bit and it'll take me back into my roster, and I can change their gear and stuff like that. So
good.
all of this is now fixed and working, so that should be helpful.
Fantastic.
We changed some of the stuff here in terms of economy. One thing you'll notice if you played in Alpha 1 is that we've got massive rewards for first clears and 1 and 2 stars basically for Ascension materials. So we've realized it's a pain point and we want to help you with that. So you get way more Ascension material for first clear, and then we've doubled the rewards of Ascension material for normal like farming, and we've made it a 50-50 split between Eternal stuff and normal stuff. So each of the different levels have still got their own colors for or affinities for farming, but you'll see that it's way better in terms of way better experience to be able to level people up. We've done a bit of a rebalance of scrolls as well for your heroes, so that for the first 60 to 90 levels, you will definitely be able to fully scroll up someone's abilities. We've made it so you should be able to sort out a couple of rares, a couple of epics, and a legendary sort of thing nice and early, so that you do get the full punch of their skills.
Good.
And actually, something which was not working properly, which is now working, is cooldowns. So on abilities, you'll see here, we've got a 5-turn cooldown for Aphrodite. If I was to upgrade her skills, I can actually reduce the cooldown by 1. In Alpha 1, that didn't actually work. So you'll see here, this is on a 5. If I don't even have the scrolls, but a couple of things. Firstly, it didn't work. And then also, let me just show you the usage of her here quickly. Also, it didn't translate to how we wanted it to translate. So she's just used it on herself. So although it was a 5-turn cooldown, the number instantly goes to 4, right? So firstly, if I booked a cooldown before, used scrolls, that number never changed. And secondly, that number was starting at a 5 for people. So it wasn't doing what we wanted it to do, and the scrolls weren't working for cooldowns specifically. So that's fixed in a couple of ways. I'll show you quickly actually as well, throwing Heimdall in around his passive, the piece I just showed you there. So you see here his own passive, long hold, you can see what it is, and the new passive. So that's all working now and feels good. Oh, lots of changes. We've got a lot of economy changes along the way for caverns, but really it starts to get very different of an experience from like 120 up.
Right.
So we can now, I guess 121, we can now farm sets in full from 121 up.
All the pieces.
Yeah, so you can literally choose a set to go after, rather than here's where you farm some boots, here's where you farm a helm.
That's good.
So that experience should feel a lot better for people that want to progress and really want to try and target farm sets. We've also got a lot more spirits in the mix from like 140, where people really found that they were struggling to get 2-star spirits specifically. There's still a bunch of things in here like level 5s and level 10s are where you're best to farm heroes. Level 9s are where you're best to farm experience and Godsteel. Level 8s are where you're best to farm weapons for your heroes. And then most of the other stages are basically where you would farm gear. So that's still in the mix. The Golden Guardian is going to be your best form of gold farm. Some people in Alpha 1 did not catch that you could sell gear, which again is on us. We've not done a huge amount to change this right now, but if you click on a piece of gear and hit the like gold bar thing,
brush,
then that's your sell button. We don't have mass selling in the alpha, unfortunately, so that's just going to be what it is. But it is built. It's just not possible to port that over to the alpha, unfortunately. So Fafnir is now actually a beast to fight. Not just going to be able to just infinitely kill him. At least we don't think you're going to be able to infinitely kill him, but I guess we'll see, because we didn't think you'd be able to do it straight away Alpha 1 either. But we've changed a couple of his mechanics. So after you have turn meter reduced him, he will be immune to turn meter control. and until he takes a turn.
Right.
And the same with Divinity. So after you've reduced his Divinity, he will be immune to that mechanic until he takes a turn. Fafnir gains more damage the more often he ults. So again, like him taking turns and him gaining Divinity means that you should take a lot more damage. You can see already we're taking a bit of a whack. So yeah, you will find Fafnir a bit more of a challenge this time, at least you should do. And we've been testing it. We've not been able to do any sort of infinite damage in the last week or so since we've been playing around. But yeah, we'll see, I guess, if you guys come up with some crazy harebrained schemes. We've changed a bunch of cameras as well. So this is our kind of like more cinematic view, the POV, which obviously is point of view. Maybe it's not obvious, but it's point of view in terms of what we're calling it. We've also got now the top-based camera where we've zoomed back a touch so that you can see all of your heroes better. You can see the fight better. You can still see Fafnir in the fight, which wasn't the case. This is the same for all bosses. We've improved this view so that you've just got more kind of like visuals on what's going on. We've also done some camera work on what we did call in Alpha 1 the 3/4 view. But it's kind of like this isometric view. We're calling it the action camera, which is kind of like, that's just kind of like isometric 3/4 down view. And again, should be more able to see the combat, see the battle, and a few tweaks around cameras. So that was important to us. Camera work takes a lot of time. This is not like the finished article of what cameras will do. This was really us saying,